Namaste Javins, myself Javin Dr. Barkha Khurana. In previous sessions we had discussed about stomach and saliva. In today's session we will be discussing about the digestive juices. There are 5 types of digestive juices: saliva, gastric juice, pancreatic juice, succus entericus, which is the intestinal juice, and the bile. The juice does not contain all enzymes necessary for digestion of all the food stuff. Like saliva contains only carbohydrates, which carbohydrate splitting enzymes, whereas gastric juices contain the enzymes which are helpful for fat and protein splitting. So first we'll start with saliva. The total amount is 1200 to 1500 ml in 24 hours, and a large proportion of this 24-hour volume is secreted at mealtime when secretory rate is highest. The saliva is slightly cloudy due to the presence of cells in mucin, which gives it a lubricant effect. It is usually slightly acid, and the specific gravity is 1.002 to 1.012. If you talk about composition, 99.9% is water and rest are the solids. The solids are the electrolytes. Then antibacterial compounds are also present. Epidermal growth factors is present. Enzymes like alpha amylase, lingual lipase, kallikrein, proline, rich proteins, and minor enzymes such as NADPH, dehydrogenase, superoxide, dismutase salivary acid, phosphatase is also present. It has also antimicrobial enzymes like lysozyme, immunoglobulin A, and lactoferrin. Apart from that, it has mucus, it has cells. There are about 6 to 8 million human and 500 million bacterial cells per ml of saliva. It has opioorphin, which is a pain-killing substance. It has salivary agglutinins, which agglutinate bacteria that are also, this is also present in saliva. Now we'll talk about the functions of saliva. First of all is that it keeps the mouth moist and helps in speech. Whenever there is decrease in saliva, it may be because of nervousness, and it may also cause impairment of speech. Saliva also helps in process of mastication. Mastication means the process of chewing food and preparing it into a bolus, which is suitable for degglutination. Degglutination means the process of swallowing. So we can say that saliva acts as a lubricant. Apart from that, constant flow of saliva washes down the food debris and therefore does not allow the bacteria to grow. In case of fevers, the secretion of saliva is somewhat inhibited and the food debris is not properly washed away, and then the bacteria may multiply. Apart from that, saliva also contains 2 enzymes, ptyalin and maltase, which helps in the digestion. The ptyalin splits starch up to maltose, and maltase converts maltose into glucose. Then salivary lingual lipase is also present. Apart from that, saliva has also excretory functions, like it excretes urea, heavy metals like mercury, lead, etc. Then it helps in the sensation of taste. It helps in maintaining the water balance because it keeps the mouth moist. And whenever the moisture is reduced in the mouth, so certain nerve endings at the back of the tongue are stimulated and a sensation of thirst arises. Next is that it helps in the heat loss, like in animals such as dog. When they become hot or excited, more saliva is secreted, causing greater heat loss. Then saliva has buffering action also. It acts as buffer. Then it has bacteriolytic actions. which is mediated by antimicrobial agents such as immunoglobulin A and lysosomal actions. So these are the functions of saliva. Next, we'll talk about gastric juices. The average composition of human gastric juice is that it is mainly 99.45% is water and 0.55% are the total solids, which can be both inorganic and organic. The inorganic constitute 0.15% like NaCl, KCl, CaCl2, and rest 0.40% are organic compounds. Then it has mucin, both soluble mucin, which is secreted from mucous neck cells, and insoluble mucin from surface epithelium of stomach. Then in gastric juice, we have intrinsic factor. We have enzymes like pepsin. Other proteolytic enzymes of gastric juices are cathepsin, gastrocin, parapepsin 1 and 2. Then gastric lipase is present. Now, if we talk about the characteristics of gastric juices, the total quantity is about 500 to 1000 ml per meal. They are strongly acid. The free HCl is 0.4 to 0.5% in quantity. The pH is 0.9 to 1.5. Now, if we talk about the functions, the enzyme pepsin with HCl digests proteins up to the stage of peptone. Renin is also known as chymosin, and it is more significance in young mammals, and it coagulates milk in the stomach. Then gastric lipase digests fat to some degree. HCl acts as antiseptic and causes hydrolysis of all the foodstuff. Next are the pancreatic juices. Their total quantity is about 500 ml per meal. They are alkaline in reaction and specific gravity is 1.010 to 1.030. It contains inorganic solids like high bicarbonate content. Then the principal bases are sodium and potassium, and small amounts of calcium, magnesium and zinc are also present. Then we have organic constituents, which are the enzymes. The enzymes are trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, procarboxypeptidase, nucleotidase, elastase, collagenase, pancreatic lipase, and amylase. The functions of pancreatic juices are that it helps in the digestion of proteins. The enteropeptidase converts trypsinogen and chymotrypsinogen into trypsin and chymotrypsin. Now these activated enzymes convert polypeptides to tripeptides, dipeptides and amino acids. The next function is that it helps in the digestion of carbohydrates with the help of pancreatic amylase. This pancreatic amylase helps in the conversion of starch. Then it helps in the digestion of fats. And it also has neutralizing action, like it is alkaline, so it neutralizes almost equal volume of gastric juices. Next is succus entericus, which is the intestinal juice. It is difficult to collect because it is mixed up with bile and pancreatic juice. It is roughly about 1 to 2 liters in 24 hours. The specific gravity is 1.010 and pH varies from 6.3 to 9.0. It is composed of 98.5% of water and 1.5% of solids, out of which 0.8% is inorganic, like sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. And organic constitutes 0.7%. It has activator enteropeptidase or enterokinase. It activates trypsinogen into trypsin. It has enzymes and mucin. So this is in digestive juices. We will be continuing this in other session. And if you have any doubts, you can post a comment. This session is powered by a digital 2.0 version of Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University. Thank you.